the biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 6 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight, on the World Poker Tour.
From Connecticut's majestic Foxwoods Resort Casino, tonight we bring you the final table of the World Poker Finals. Hi everyone, I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
That's right, Mike, and here we are again in the deep forest of Connecticut at the Foxwoods Resort Casino, where money just seems to grow on the trees. Now, over the past few seasons, many a player has put up $10,000 for the entry fee to try to get lucky and walk out of these deep forests a WPT poker made millionaire.
Well, Vance, that's some good company to be keeping, and one of these 6 remaining players will do just that. They will become the next WPT champion.
Well, here they are, Mike. The cream has risen to the top. We've got 2 WPT champions at our table, each looking to capture their second WPT title.
But standing in their way are 2 young guys making their first WPT final table, and one very talented amateur making his second appearance on the WPT.
And folks, right there is a sick man. He's a wild player. Soheil, or rather, as you called him, Mike, so what the hell, Shamseddin is in the house. Now this guy is a maniac player, plays 82 cards, and he loves to put on a show.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Well, they've all got a shot at becoming the next WPT champion. The question is, who will it be?
Okay, there's only one way to find out. Let's go watch him gamble.
So here we go. The final table of the World Poker Finals about to get underway. 6 players left out of 353 that started. 5 days of grueling competition to get this far.
Right now, Cornel Cimpan, a WPT champion, going after his second title, is the chip leader.
Well, that graph you see is the percentage of chips that each player has. If it's a green line next to the player's name, he's above average. If it's a red line, he's below average.
Okay, Andes are going to start at 4,000. Blinds at 20 and 40,000. Let's go down to the felt. First one to act is the young pro, guy that took a World Series event at the youngest age of all time, 21 years old. That's Froehlich, and he quickly folds his hand.
Action now on the chip leader, Cornel Cimpan.
Now Cornel with just a 9-8 offsuit.
100.
He's going to push this spot. I like to call him the Houston Bandit because he likes to steal, and he's going to try to steal right here.
People know he's the chip leader. People hesitate to play with the chip leader, especially on the first hand at the final table of a World Poker Tour event, because they don't want to go out early.
Soheil quickly folding his hand, and Matt Stout, the 24-year-old internet pro, also folding his hand. And now it's around to the bull rider, Lee Markholt.
Well, Lee's a WPT champion, and more impressively to me, he's cashed more times on the World Poker Tour than any other player. This his 20th cash.
Okay, he folds. Now Curt, Kohlbert, we've also seen him on the WPT. Money manager. He's got an uneventful 5-4, and he cannot play. So the first pot going to the Houston Bandit, Cornel Cimpan.
Well, the rich get richer, as they say. The power of chips in tournament poker, you just can't say enough about it. You just push people right around. You can make plays like that with a 9-8 offsuit and take pots down because people are fearful of you.
Yes, they could also be fearful of that shirt. Louder than my ex-wife. But the 38-year-old takes that pot. Let's go back down to the felt. It's on him again. And this time he has a queen 9, and he won't play that.
Okay, around to the other Houstonian, Soheil Shamseddin. So what the hell, we nicknamed him last time we saw him at a WPT final table, because he just says, what the hell, shrugs his shoulder and plays any 2 cards.
Except for those 2. He goes out now. Matt Stout with an ace-6 of spades. Gonna raise it, makes it 100,000 to go.
Come on.
Oh, Lee Markholt on the short stack here. Yep, he's going all in here with the ace-king. It's a great opportunity for Lee to double up here and get right back in the thick of things. Now Curt Kohlbert looks at suited connectors. Well, you like to play him, but you like to play him when a guy's got chips left over. So if you hit the flop, you can win more chips with that hand.
But he can't, and Eric Froehlich, they call him E-Fro, also going out.
Cool.
and a reluctant call by Matt Stout.
Well, he's not going to like it when Lee turns up his hand because he's dominated, but because of the chip count, he felt obligated to make the call with the ace high. Now he's going to have to get very lucky to win this pot and knock the WPT champ out of here.
Ace king up against ace 6.
The former bull rider looking to stay on for 8 seconds here. Let's see if he can do it.
It's a pretty good spot.
Pretty good
Put
spot.
his money in with the best. That's all he can ask for.
Kings out there, Jennifer. Get it over with quick.
Of course, I never believed that line.
Yeah, you got the king of spades, so
You can ask for
Can't
more. You
hit
can
that one.
ask for a suck out every now and then.
Well, Matt's going to need one to win this pot, but not a bad start for him as he flops the nut flush draw. It's come queen 5-4. You see Lee wince right there.
Oh, that is pain for the bull rider.
Deuce of hearts,
Any
please.
spade that comes off now will end
Keep 'em
Lee
red,
Markholt's
Jennifer.
hopes of capturing a second WPT title tonight.
Turn card coming up, and Lee's going to dodge that one. 5 of clubs.
Now, if the board paired fours or queens, this would be a split pot. Matt needs a 6 or a spade to win the pot.
How about a 3 of clubs?
Lee sweating out the last card. Can he double up?
Oh, the 3 of spade comes off. The bull rider thrown again, Vince. Tough luck for Lee Markholt. Got his money in prime position. Just bad luck to get knocked out here on that hand.
6th place finisher Lee Markholt going to pick up 166,000.
What are you gonna do?
And just like that, we are down to 5.
Listen, man. If you fold, you're gonna have to start playing Scrabble or.
if I fold, at least 2 people are going to punch me in the face.
Yeah, I can't find a better spot to get it in, though. I mean, I'm a big favorite, so that's the spot I was looking for. Just got unlucky.
I saw Lee's reaction before I saw the card.
Sucks.
5 players remain at the World Poker Finals. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
My batting average on the World Poker Tour coming into this event was a solid 0, not even a single cash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played about 19 events coming into this one, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in that range. When you have 0 cashes, you're not counting how many events you play anymore. Yeah, now I'm working on a new record. Every time I cash, I make the final table, so I'm starting to like my chances in the future.
Welcome back to the World Poker Finals in Foxwoods. 5 players remain. And that was Eric Froehlich.
Vince, I can tell you, he's a good, young, solid player. He's won 2 bracelets at the World Series of Poker. And in fact, when Eric won his bracelet at the World Series of Poker in 2005, at that time, he was the youngest player to ever win a bracelet. Impressive stuff.
Guys, you see this? This was given to me by a Maasai warrior chief. It's supposed to bring me power.
This was given to me by Men's Warehouse.
I'll bet you had to pay for it.
Well, poker players love their bracelets.
In exchange for cash.
All right, back down to the felt. Action's going to Soheil Shamseddin from Houston, Texas. We called him a wild, sick player, but so far tonight, pretty conservative.
Well, gave him the nickname, so what the hell, because he seemed to play everything the last time we saw him.
Not here. He goes out. Matt Stout also going away. And now it's up to Curt Kohlbert. He's an amateur player and entrepreneur.
Well, he's a math guy, Vince, and a pretty good poker player, I'll tell you that. He made a WPT final table in Paris a few years ago. He's back again.
And he's going to raise with Queen 10. Makes it 100,000 to go.
Well, Efro, the 25-year-old, looks down at a pair of jacks. He's on the short stack here right now, man. It's going to be interesting to see how many chips he puts in this pot. I'm certain he's going to raise it.
Come on.
And he does go all in.
Yeah, it's not going to fool around. Just going to set all those chips out there. And boys, if you can beat this, good luck to you.
Cornel, our WPT champion, also going out. So back around to Curt. Looks like he got a headache from that one. And he cannot compete. And Efro going to take this pot.
Well, you can't call an all-in bet with just a queen high. Mucks his hand, so there you see Eric's parents give him a nice round of applause.
Efro got into this event with a $2,200 satellite, and he has made it happen here so far.
Before you start going for the hard stuff.
Action back on the other youngster, the other 20-something-year-old at this final table. Matt Stout, he goes out.
Yep.
This keeps up, I'm going to go for the hard stuff. pretty
Curt
soon.
also going out. And now, once again, it's up to Eric, and he's got a pair of deuces here.
Well, last hand he had a pair of jacks, won the pot. Here he's got a pair of deuces on the button. Going to raise it to 105,000.
Into the Houston Bandit, Cornel Cimpan. In the small blind, he's got a queen 10 of diamonds.
He's also got a massive amount of chips. meaning you're going to make these calls with that kind of hand. He is going to make the call.
And now the man we branded a maniac, a wild man, Soheil. And what's our wild man going to do with this junk? Now, we did build him up, Mike, in a huge way as being this sick, wild player. But can't get too wild with 5'10".
Yeah.
So he goes out.
Yeah, very conservative start for So What the Hell. Might have to take that name away from him.
Two-way action. Efro against Cornel Cimpan. Here's the flop.
Flop comes 7-7-8.
Does not help Cornel. He's first to act. But the Houston Bandit's going to take a shot at this. He bets. Looks like 150,000.
Did you see the look that Efro shot him? He said, wait a minute here. What is going on?
Oh, boy.
Well, he's gone all in here, just not buying the fact that Cornel has a hand here. Figured if a guy had a 7, surely he would check on this flop to try to trap his man.
Well, also, if Cornel did have an overpair, he would have raised before the flop. So Efro seeing through this whole logic, and he's gone all in.
Probably figures maybe the guy's got a straight draw or something, some kind of gut shot draw or something, but he doesn't even have that good. Just a great read, a great knowledge of the situation. He does lay it down, and Vince there gives you a glimpse of why this Eric Froehlich is such a good, young, solid player. His poker instincts right on in that situation. Moved all in over the top with just 2 deuces.
Yep. He spanked the Bandit. 5 players remain. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
Welcome back to the World Poker Finals, where one of these players is about to strike it rich.
And on top of the money won, they're also going to get a coveted WPT title and everlasting poker fame. Let's get back to the action. Well, we had 2 WPT champions at this final table. 4 out of the 6 players have been on a WPT final table before. The other 2 guys, young stars, making their first final table appearance, but big money at stake. One of the champs already out, Lee Markholt. Cornel Cimpan, the chip leader, going for his 2nd WPT title tonight.
And in this very hand, Matt Stout with the Queen Jack has bumped it up to 100,000 to go. Curt quickly folding, and now Efro with a King 6 also won't play.
Back around to Cornel Cimpan in the small blind. He goes out. But here comes Soheil. He's got the 5-4 diamonds, the suited connectors. Wants to see a flop with this hand.
And like we said, Soheil likes to play a lot of cards. This time finally proving it, and he's got an open-ended straight draw with that flop.
Yep, it's come ace 7-6. Action on Soheil.
Yep.
He's going to check.
And now Matt Stout, nothing hitting on that flop. Will he make a continuation bet?
Well, most guys do that raise before the flop. He's going to represent. He's got an ace in his hand where he paired the aces. Even though we know he doesn't, he fires out 160,000.
Into Soheil. Let's see what he does with his hand. He's got to be happy with that flop. Possibilities around him.
Yeah, you're not thrilled with it because you're fearful your opponent's got aces. But on the other hand, you've got an open-end straight draw, even though there's 2 hearts out there. But
call.
He's the gambler. He's going to make the call here.
All right, to the turn we go. Matt Stout looking very ominous. And look at this card, deuce of diamonds.
Well, that actually gives Soheil a straight flush draw. 3 of diamonds would give him a straight flush.
A lot of players might fire out with that card.
Some guys like Soheil might check raise here with a hand like this. That's a big, big drawing hand. Let's see what he's going to do with it.
He's going to check it.
Well, will the youngster fire a second shell? That's the question. Raised before the flop, got called. Bet on the flop, got called again. Can he fire a second bullet? Nope, he's going to check.
Going down to the river, Soheil wanted to complete his hand. Will he? No, not there. It's a 10 of clubs.
Soheil's going to check, and Matt checks as well. He's going to be thrilled to win this pot with queen high. He's not going to believe it, but that's going to be the case. And Soheil is going to be saying, what the hell was I thinking not to bet that pot?
Soheil proving us very wrong so far. We said he was a maniac. He didn't care what the hell, Soheil. But so far, very conservative.
So Matt Stout living his dream tonight. His parents here to watch him.
What do I think is going to happen? I don't have enough knowledge of the game to tell you that. All I